One of the viewers noticed that I made a mistake here, very important mistake. In the character stats component, I check if health is above or equal 0, which means that exact 0 means I'm still alive. So we need to make greater than, or you know what, we can make smaller equal and connect true to set alive false. So you can do this, and we fixed that. Okay, so let's go back to our project. Let's see, what do we have here? So def event, base speed, base damage, hit reaction. Let's focus on those two now. So def event and base speed, but we won't be able to actually use the def event for now. Okay, so we can go into our character. We can get our SS character sheet, and now we can add event and add event update health, died, update stamina. So we got died. Let's use this one. And let's move it to, I think, combat, because why not? And if we died, oh, and by the way, from inputs, like turn in place stays here, jump stays here. Where is block? Okay, it's in the event graph. No, let's move block to combat. And let's now move this died event, and if we die, we go into animation master and say ragdoll. And this works only if we are locally controlled. So if we are locally controlled, we are starting ragdoll event. Okay, so this is def. Oh, we can also take our widget and remove from parent. And because we are locally controlled, this is a local widget, so this is a valid, but we can do still a valid get. Okay. So we got def event. Let's go back here. This is a very simple def, but it's done. It's finished. Base speed. Okay, let's do base speed. So let's go into begin play. And we will do init spawn weapon. Okay, let's make a new one. Custom event. Call it init character stats, and we'll get in character stats, get speed, get move speed, and we'll get character movement component, set walk speed to this speed, and this will happen on the server and on the client simultaneously. And yeah, init stats. And do we need anything else? We should just do it on begin play, I guess. Init character stats. So our move speed, walk speed is 320, and now if we go into our character component and we go into character stats, we can set all those to, let's say, 333, and here we can do a print string of this value right after we set it up, and it should say 315 or 330. Yeah, okay, that's more like it. So it works on the server and on the client the same. So nothing more I have to change here. This is done. custom HUD. I've noticed there were some problems with recording of the voice in my previous stream, so hopefully this one is working better right now. I don't know if anyone is online right now listening and could type into the chat that it is working correctly or not. Let's see here. Okay, so I can go back here and say base speed is completed. Okay, let's jump into AI. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's oh my god, where should I start? Move to a random location near player, but we have to set up the AI. Yeah, hi. So my voice is working, or do you have those exploding sounds all around? And AI will be blue. So what do we need? Artificial intelligence. We need probably those two. And we'll call it SS Blackboard. And we'll make artificial intelligence and say SS generic faux underscore. Oh, it will not be SS, it will be behavior 3 underscore generic faux, and that's it. And this one is Blackboard, so it'll be BB SS enemy Blackboard. Okay, it's good. Okay, awesome. I was like playing with the settings for the stream and recording for the last few days, so I hope that the quality of the stream, like the visual, that you can actually read stuff, because previously it was impossible to read anything on the screen. It was terrible quality, and it was my fault. I didn't even know it, that I just messed up the settings. Okay, we got this, and we need an AI controller. So, oh wait, let's go here, AGR. Do we have AI controller? We got AI controller. And we got AGR Blackboard. Why do I have here really? Oh, okay, it's empty. Did I even started doing that? I don't remember. Unreachable. So this is a custom task. Yeah, it's this. And okay, let's close everything that we're not using currently. Okay. Yeah, you know what, let's not go into this because it's not really completed, so let's make a new one. Oh, it's starting to pop. That's bad. Maybe this will make it better, hopefully. And we need AI controller. Okay, and we'll call it BPSS AI controller. I mean, but I got all the pop filters and everything set up. Okay, so this controller, we don't really need senses for it, but we do need to go into this and say AGR interface, and we have some AGR controller. Get mouse target, get look at target. Yeah, we don't need those really, so there will be not used, so this is fine. Do we need anything in here? I don't know as well. Let's go into class defaults. AI logic start when pound is possessed. Yeah, sure, why not? Allow strafe. Stray allowed during, yes. Once player state, okay. Set control rotation from pawn orientation. Copy pawn rotation to control rotation if there is no focus point. No. What else do I need here? Always relevant? No, this is not load on client, only relevant to owner. I think nothing more here. This should be fine. And we need an enemy character, but to make an enemy character we'll actually go here and go into gameplay, and we'll make a child from this character template and say BP generic enemy, and move him here because he'll be using the same base class as our main character. Okay, source control is making it work a lot slower. Save everything. Now let's open this guy and let's do some setup. So AI placed in Word, yes, and this will be BPSS AI controller. And I think that's it. When it comes down to his steering, the rest will be the same. So once I place this guy here and I rotate him 90, if I hit play, he will just be standing there like a moron. Yeah, okay. So now I want this moron to actually do something. Oh wait, what is this? Add to viewport range. Oh, okay. So here is player controlled. True. Then we can do that. That was a problem for the AI. Okay, and now if I close, I shouldn't be getting any messages. Yeah. So let's make this guy run a behavior tree, really. So we can go into controller and say on begin play. It is start logic. No, behavior run behavior tree, and behavior tree is BT generic foe. Okay, and target is self. So this controller is starting to run this behavior. So we can now go into this behavior tree, and we can go into Blackboard, and we have default Blackboard, which is this one. Okay, I'm back to behavior tree, and this is the Blackboard asset, and so it is hard linked here. Okay, that makes sense. Compile, save. So let's make, we can have selector or we can have sequence. So sequence plays all nodes no matter what happens. Selector plays until it fails a node. So let's use the sequence first. Let's make a very simple one. Wait, or maybe not 5, let's make it 1 and random 0.5. And after await, we'll do move to and move to, and here we have observe Blackboard value, and this is self act. Okay, so let's observe Blackboard value. Let's make a value. So we need a new key. This key will be a vector and it will be called go to location. So now we'll go here and say that we want to go to location. But the go to location is 000 by default because it's just empty value. So I guess this should fail, or he will try to move to actually 000. Well, he won't move anywhere because he doesn't have navigation right now. If I press N, yeah, nothing happens. So we need a nav mesh. Navigation bound volume, thank you. Or can we actually just manage all this and say guess we can't. No, we cannot just wrap a volume around it. There's no such option. Unless no. Okay, so just do it by hand. So navigation mesh bound volume, let's just put it here. And let's, you know what, let's not scale it, let's just type in size, it's 5,000. 5,000, not 500, okay, that's too much, 2,000, awesome. So this would be probably 12,000. Nope, a lot less. 3,000, okay, 4,000. Awesome. And Z will be 1,000. Okay. So now just move it a bit back so I don't see this line. Awesome. Let's move it up. And if I look at it like this, I can move it up even more. Now it should cover everything, but let's get our generic faux here, and let's do a navigation invoker. He will need one. And generation radius, oh, that's too much. Let's make it, okay, that's enough. That's tops, we don't need more than that. So now if I hit N, wait, what? I guess so. Where's the navigation? P. Oh, it's P, not N. Okay. And here I have my blocking volume, so that's why it's not in navigation. So this is fine. Okay. Let's get this guy to move to a random location, like completely random. But it will be random and navigable. That's it. So we need to have a task or a decorator that will pick a location for us. So we can add service EQS. We can add a decorator, and this is AGR ROM reachable. Okay, we have already one. Location key will be go to location. Can I double click it? Yeah, I can. Oh, but you know what? Room reachable location. How about I just copy this and make a new task? That's gonna be better. And this is, by the way, Decorator Blueprint. So let's make a new Decorator Blueprint. Blueprint base. Do not use it for creating native C++ classes. Okay. And how is this one being created? Wait. Blueprint base. Yeah, it's this one. Decorator Blueprint base. Okay. Decorator, or maybe differently. Random location underscore decorator. Let's just go here and say function. What was I using here? Perform condition check AI. Perform condition check AI. Okay. Condition check AI. So, and this is okay. Both generic and AI events versions are implemented. Only one will be called, meaning the AI version is called for AI, generic one otherwise. Okay, so we actually do need this one. So we need this. Owner control pound, get location, get actor location. This is the origin. Radius is promote to variable, and just radius, and it's exposed. And a location key is location key exposed. Just location. Okay, we got random location decorator. Let's use this one. Okay, add decorator. Run. Random location decorator. Okay. You know what? Let's make some naming convention that's easier to find. So just do ss underscore something like this. It will be a bit shorter. Okay, save everything. Let's go back here. Again, add decorator ss random location deco. This one, the radius will be just, I don't know, 300. Observer aborts. What is that? I don't really know. Okay, inverse condition. No, this is fine, and move to go to location, and then he's waiting and doing it again. So he should be just doing it indefinitely. Let's hit play, and he should pick only locations that are reachable. He's not doing anything. Why? Okay, so it looks like this is always failing. Oh, okay, I know why. Because this, no, this is exposed. So location and radius, I should have those two. Radius, oh, and location is go to location. My God. Okay, now it should be working. If I go here, I will see them switching. So this is just working. How to make it wait to actually reach the destination? I wonder. Where is this guy? Okay. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, but I don't want him to switch. Why isn't he strafe walking? He should be strafe walking, really. Okay, let's check this guy. So this works, okay. He's moving to random locations and doing this small wait. Let's make it a bit bigger, by the way, because it's ridiculously small. And if we go into our character template, in here, in begin play, init animation component, it's here. Turn desired rotation. Okay, so this guy, for some reason, AI controller is, oh my god, where is it? Hello strafe, yes. Set control rotation from power and orientation. You know what? Tick. Get rotation. Wait. Get pound. Or just get control rotation, and let's print string, and let's see if it's just changing values, because it shouldn't. I want this guy to change value of his rotation. Yes, he is changing. Why? SSAI control, it's this one. What is this? If this AI wants its own player state, no. Okay, let's keep it like this, maybe. No. That's gonna be tricky. How to deal with that? Like, if I go here, okay, I'm not using control rotation. Desired rotation, no. So why the hell is my controller, when doing a move to, like, in theory here I just told him not to do that. From pound orientation, let's say not. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it differently. Oh, okay. I have to probably make a task. A new task or a new service. Like, how to do that? No, let's just make it in the controller. Set control rotation. Let's see if I can do that. Split -90, add tick, and screw that. And let's see if it works. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. So it doesn't really work, because while he's performing the go-to task, he's still changing the rotation of the controller. Let's go to this guy, this generic enemy. Let's add an arrow component, and let's go into event graph. Let's use tick, and let's take this arrow and say set rotation. World rotation, yeah. Control rotation, and let's play it single player. I want to see it firsthand. Oh, make it visible. Not hidden in game. Yeah. Okay, so it's forward. It's not forward. So it's setting to the move to location. That's idiotic. Okay. Set control rotation. Get controller. Set control rotation. Split structure. Just make it fixed 90 because reasons. No, it's not really working even on tick. Okay, we can do it differently. Or, you know what, or maybe leave it like this. No, it's a side scroller game. They can't move diagonally and then turn, or maybe. Let me think. So maybe instead of that, we can go into this generic enemy and go into begin play and say animation master component, set rotation, set up turn rotation, and we'll say animation turn none, and we don't have a rotation. And then we have 360, 95 as it was, but we are not doing any rotation. So let's see now. Okay, this is like an old school side scroller, and he is indeed taking only points that are in his reachable range. Will he go to stairs? Okay, that's cool. That's a lot better. We can worry about his turning later on, and we can just change the pawn rotation then. Okay, so we got this worked. So this is just some begin play, and this was just to see the arrow, and we are deleting the arrow. Okay, let's go back here. So we're picking random location, and we actually want to go to our random location decorator, and we want to copy it and say SS near player location, and this near player location we'll need to specify where the nearest player is really. Okay, so we'll need a new task. Let's go back here, and we will need a task basically. Find search direction. What is this? Okay, let's just move to this one. So we made a new one, no problem. Function override, receive abort, receive execute AI. This is probably the one we need. Execute AI, okay. And get player get all actors of class, or we can get all actors with tag, get all actors of class, because we won't be executing this often, honestly, and it will be a character template, and say for each want to get a distance to the pound, and we'll see if this distance, actually we want to make a variable, closest distance. We're going to see if this distance is smaller than closest distance, and by the way, the closest distance default value will be something ridiculous, and if it is smaller, if it is true, then we want to promote this to variable and say closest player, and we want to also save this distance and set closest distance. Okay, and now we want this to happen only for player possessed characters, so if we are taking those characters, we can do player controlled. And is player controlled is something that can execute on the server, because server is aware of player controllers. So you can do another branch here. So if it's player controlled, we are checking distance and then doing that, and then finish execution. What? BT task blueprint. Okay, yeah, it's this one. So finish execution and say success, and this task will also set blackboard value as object. Is there an actor class object? Really? There's no actor? How is that? Let's go here. Let's make a new key and say closest player. Wait, this is the type. So type is object. There's no actor. Okay, actor is an object, but let it be like this. Closest player. And self actor is what kind of? It's also an object. Okay, that makes sense. So closest player. What is this? Then the field will be synchronized across all instances of this blackboard. Well, no, definitely not, and definitely not, and definitely not. So cool, I can actually share some values between multiple AIs. So let's go back here and say set blackboard value as object, and the key is to variable key actor key name, and the value is closest player. However, we need to get a valid actually. So if it is valid, this happens. If it's not valid, then this happens. Okay. Oh, and actor key must be exposed, and those two don't have to because they are internal. So we go back to our behavior tree because we got this closest player. Okay. And here we'll have to use task and say, how do we call it? Oh, it's automatically called. That's terrible. Where is it? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. BT task assess closest player. Okay. Okay, it's saved. Assess closest player, and we can go here, assess closest player, and this is just a task, and actor key will be closest player key. And now that we have set the closest player, we can actually remove this decorator and use a different one. So now we can add the decorator and say first we need to finish setting it up. So it was this one. So this is the task, and this is decorator, near player location, random location. Okay, let's change them, call them deco underscore ss near player. Okay, let's save it. And here, when going to this perform check, we are not taking control pound, we actually will get blackboard from controller, I guess. And from here, key, get key. No, how to do that? Blackboard key selector. So now, no, how to do that? Get value. Oh yes, get value as object, and the key is key name. This is exposed. Location is and this key name is get value key name, and there is radius. Okay, so we're going to use this, and as object cast to actor. I don't see any other way to do it, and if this cast to actor succeeds, then we can do all that stuff. If it fails, then we do a return, which is a fail, and from this actor we can get location, and we can format this graph to not look like complete bollocks. Okay, so this is SS near player. Let's go back here and say add decorator SS near, well, what? SS what? Near player. This is a decorator, right? Right. Starts with deco, so deco SS near player. There it is. So now radius will be 100 is 1 meter, so 3 meters, and location vector is closest. No, go to location. Get value key name is what's the key name? Closest player. Okay. So what we are doing, we're doing a wait, then we are picking the closest player to our actor, and then from this closest player we are picking a location around him and moving to this location. So he will walk around me now. And if I move, he'll try to follow probably. At least he should. Yep. And even if I go here, He'll try to come as close as he can. So he's trying to follow me right now. So that's great. Okay. So what do we expect from our enemies? We expect them to spawn off screen, obviously, and then we want them to go into certain distance in front of us, and like introduce themselves to the screen itself, and then start to engaging us, right? So this is what we need. Let's go back to our board here, and have we done something? Move to random location near player. Yes. Face player to attack. Let's try to face player. Yeah, like this is all really hard. Let's do that for now. So let's try to do that. So let's go to our blueprint again. So this is sequence, and this is a selector. And can we do once? So we can rename that. We can rename that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, we can. So let's call it random location near player, because this is exactly what it is. And we can actually even add spaces here. Doesn't really matter. So let's okay, so this will fail once the first from left to right, and will stop execution if one of their children succeeds. Okay, so we'll start with selector, and right now nothing changed, and it should work exactly the same. So if I start, he'll start moving toward me. Okay. So now what I want to do is make a sequence again. Next one. This one will be called first encounter. So this will be just a show off and a taunt, most likely, if we make a taunt a task. So let's do it right now. So let's do it like this. First encounter. Well, we still need to pick a nearest player, so this stays the same. We can actually even copy it and paste it. So we're picking the nearest player, and then we want to move to there's a move directly toward. That's nice. So move to, and move to is observe blackboard value tolerance. What? If task is expected to reach, change the location printed by BB key. This property can be used to tweak sensitivity of the mechanism. It's recommended to be less than acceptable radius. Oh, okay. We don't really need to do that, I guess. Like, I don't think this should really change anything. Come here. Okay. Let's go back here. Let's do this. We'll make a selector. This happens only once. What is decorator scope? Interesting. what, this shouldn't be a selector really, I guess. I think this should be also a sequence, and this will just start failing, and then it will go to this one. Yeah, so we are picking this, and then we're doing a move to, and move to is go to location. So now we need this location, and then we're going to do a wait. That is just 1 second. And then we'll do a taunt, but we don't have a taunt yet. So here we need to add a decorator, which will be a new one, because it has to be a location that is in reachable radius. Okay, we'll need an EQS unfortunately for that. So artificial intelligence, environmental query, I have no idea what I'm doing. EQS underscore SS, and let's say first intro location. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, so actors of class, composite, current location, points, circle, cone, donut, grid, pathfinding grid. Okay, so we need a circle. So circle radius, I don't really know what distance do we have inside, like what's the distances in general here. So this is how big. This is 3 meters. So when we are playing we see 3, 6, 9, I would say 4.5 meters, 4 meters maybe. I would say we see 4 meters of screen, unless we increase the perspective field of view, but I don't want to do that right now. So okay, circle radius is 3 meters or 3.5, let's say, so 350. Space between is let's say 30. Number of points, let's say what, 20 by space between. Yeah, that's a lot better, so it will ignore the number of points. Arc direction 2 points. Okay, arc direction, line 2, context item, context querier. Okay, line from, query context item. Okay, arc angle 360, that's fine. Circle center, context item. Ignore any context actor from, no. Circle center Z offset, it's 0, that's fine. Trace data, it's navigation. Projection data, trace mode. Navigation geometry, no, I don't care. Okay, that's it. How do I oh, okay, it works like this. So I want this, right click to add tests. Okay, I want to do distance test. Wait, I might be not distances, but pathfinding. Or dot, trace volume. Yeah, let's make distance. Filter and score. I want to just score only. And this will be distance 3D. That's fine. Environmental query, context queries. 3D, 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 3D it need to be distance to querier to be least. Scoring factor is 1. Linear, so this is the preview. And multiple context score, it's an average score, so that's fine. Okay, this should do the job. Let's see if it does. So let's do an EQS before this one. So this is a task. How does it run EQS query? Okay, so it's this one. And query template run mode. So this is all. Yes, awesome. Oh, okay, it's here. Query template. Blackboard key self actor. Okay. Query config. Let's see. Let's pick the query first. Okay, SS first location. Run mode, single best item. Okay, yes. And now we want to set a key, right? So what we need is config to say that this is nothing value. I don't know what this is. BB key is go to location. EQS query blackboard key. Wait, what? By non-blackboard key. Why I can't change that? Oh, okay. So it's a query template. Go to location, and here it's just go to location. Okay, let's disconnect this one and let's just do this one. Let's see what will happen. Okay. So he's trying to run this EQS. He's struggling really badly. But here, profile. Okay. And if we go here and press, I think it was this one, how do we see QS? Wait, it was this one, yeah, okay. Okay, so the EQS is firing like crazy. So it's not working properly, definitely. But how do I set those 2 points? Env query context item and querier. Querier is simple. Context item. Where do I set up context item? How do I do that? Context item. I don't see context item. Maybe this is the context item. Parameter name. Parameter type. How do I do that? How is this really working? Okay, I'm gonna have to learn more about EQS to be able to solve this one. So I guess I have to do my research right now if I want it to actually work. But for now, we'll be just doing the same thing, but we want it to happen only once, so this is the only difference. And to make it happen only once, we'll make here a decorator, which will be a new decorator, and it will be just I don't want any of those. Okay, yeah, this one. And this decorator will just have a function AI condition check. Okay, so condition check AI, it will go and from the controller get blackboard, and from the get blackboard we will set key. How to do it, how to do once, actually, how to run something, an execution only once. It's also interesting. Like, if I want to do once, is there anything like that already? Okay, I got a better idea. Let's take our new one, so decorator, this one, BT decorator, and let's call it SS, and by the way, let's just call it deco. SS near player, or is near player. Okay, I'm using very similar names, which is terrible. You shouldn't do that, but I'm just experimenting right now. So is near player will just get blackboard key, get value as object, the key name is promote to variable, get value key name exposed, cast to character or to actor, doesn't really matter. If cast fails, then return false. If cast succeeds, return true. But first, distance to other actor, this actor, is smaller or equal to in distance, and make it exposed. So if it is smaller or equal than the distance, return true. If it's not, then return false. So this is SS is near, and we can go into our here and say add decorator is near. Oh, it doesn't work like this. Is near player. Okay, so let's say get value key will be, what's the value key? Closest player. In distance will be 350. And then it will go forward. So if it's not in distance 350, it will fail. Yeah, this is how it works. Okay, so if he is in distance, this gives true. And I want it to be reverted then. I want this to be inverse condition. And because I'm inversing condition, okay, let's see. So now I can just play it. I can go here and see that he's doing this move too. Oh, okay, stop. And this. Okay, he's doing this, waiting, and he will go here, do this, root, And what? Just stopped. Okay, that's interesting. No. Okay. So what happens here? Instead of sequence, I should be doing a selector, I guess. Maybe. Let's test it. Yeah. So now he's ignoring this one because it fails, and because it fails again, it goes straight to this one. Okay. So now I at least know how to trigger the first encounter only once based on distance. And then I can do this, and now he's picking locations around me. If I move far away, he will try to reach me and get back here. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. So I have to take another break, and hopefully I will continue this stream today later on. Thanks for listening, and